the bottom right side, we got ourselves a red Terran player fighting for the Brave Star Gamers. He is Dream. In the top left side, we got ourselves a blue Protoss fighting for the Raise Your Edge Gamers. He is ZEST. Yeah, and Dream did manage to beat Rogue as well. It is a crazy day today. It is very impressive to see these players to do this well. Not gonna lie, getting quite a bit of momentum here. On the bottom right side, refinery and a barracks on the way. So Dream and ZEST won, yeah. That's right. It's not what I was anticipating here, not gonna lie. Good for Neeb. Did you see Neeb beat Clem and Armani? There was something weird going on like that, right? Neeb suddenly being able to start taking big games. I mean, to be fair, Estrella did beat Neeb, so, you know, we all know how well he would have done against those guys. Would have been embarrassing for Clem and Armani, honestly, if they would have had to go up against Estrella. Obviously, Alpha X power right there, you know. Typical Alpha X players. Ah, nice. So, what are we seeing in this game so far? No engineering bay blocks from our red Terran. It's playing a very standard game with the factory behind the command center. Clem beats Rainer and Cyril, and then Neeb beats Clem. I mean, to be fair, ZV are, well, TVZ and TVP, a completely different beast. And I think Neeb maybe a really good matchup against Clem as well. Neeb always a player that can get very, very meticulous in the late game. Very, very solid stuff overall. Ooh, nice save on that SCV. Craziness going on. You're gonna get some sleep suddenly. Alright, all good. But anyway, as I was saying, it seems like that is just a good matchup there for Neeb. Perhaps. But there's not that many great Terrans to practice against for him, right? Unless if he goes on the Korean server, maybe. Not completely certain. Right, these science are going to get dropped momentarily. The Observer, though, getting a bit of a lucky break. That's something you need to take into account when you're doing a proxy starport, it seems. Maybe put it a little bit higher up next time around. There he goes, already a Stalker here, and 2 Adepts as well. Actually make that 2 Stalkers. Are they going to get there in time, though? Those Hellions are coming in rather quickly. Nice spread on the probes, trying to negate as much of the AoE damage as possible. Getting one more. Come on. Okay, we'll only get 7 right there. I say only 7. That is still a solid kill count, of course. For the 4 Hellions. Getting the medevac out of there as well. Not too bad, not too bad. To get excited for ZEST, fail miserably the next... Yeah, I mean... This is true, but that also makes it exciting to watch, right? What are we going to see here from ZEST? Is he going to show up in full force? Is he going to just kind of whittle down again? Or what is going to be happening here today for him? How is he going to partake in the matches today? Starting to get quite a bit of damage on that starport right now. A little bit worrisome. Oh, that's perfect positioning from that siege tank, isn't it? Oh my. Very cool things. Alright. Robotics Bay is available for ZEST here. He's getting the War Prism speed. Could it be? Could it be? Oh my god, DTs. I was not anticipating DTs. I was thinking to myself, why is he getting War Prism speed and not yet getting himself the disruptors, right? That felt a bit awkward. Good bit of shading there happening for those adepts. We'll be able to negate some of that mining. A second siege tank comes in though. We'll shut that down. War Prism now absolutely zooming along. Let's see what he plans to do with it. Adepts once again coming in here. Getting a good shot off. Yeah, you know what? Getting 2 more SCVs right there. Look at that. Cool things. Cool things are happening here for ZEST. I like how he like shades them in as well. Right? A lot of players may just be like, alright, let me just drop these adepts in the base. But that would mean they would come in one by one. So you would have less of a clean fire going on here. So that is a tiny little thing that you need to take into account here. That allowed ZEST to probably get two SCVs instead of just a single one, right? Right, now in come those DTs. Let's see, are there any scans available? It doesn't look like it. This is the quickest one that is going to be available. That's still 20 seconds off, guys. This could just very well be a GG right here coming up. We don't have a Raven. We don't have anything of the sorts. Missile turrets are going to be the way that this needs to be held. And, well, he's doing his best to try and get that created right now. But the natural base is just absolutely empty. One scan is about to be ready. But he has 2 places where these DTs are right now. Okay, does get actually everything from the main base. The natural base almost having that missile turret. It's so close. Oh, just barely not having enough right now. Another scan is available from the 3rd base. Should be able to get rid of that DT. Okay, there we go. Shooting his own Marine in order to clean up that DT in the natural. Very cool thing stat from Dream. Trying his best to mitigate the damage here that is being dealt out. But, I mean, ZEST is doing quite a number on him. Denying that 3rd base entirely from mining. It's still burning down as well. DT underneath ready to block that for a quick another second, I suppose. Not entirely worth it, but still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. And ZEST now with a 20 worker lead. 20 worker lead. That is significant, I would say. That is quite significant. And 3 more gateways are going to get thrown down. Now, sometimes we see ZEST get a bit of an economic lead and then just go in for a big, massive gateway attack. And then the gateway attack kind of falls flat. And because of that, the overall score equalizes, right? Oh, I also forgot. ZEST already 1 point on the board here. Right? Am I crazy? I am crazy. Am I not? My dear lords. ZEST won so many games so quickly. I don't know in which series they were anymore. This is the first game, right? Am I going nuts? I think I am. Alright. Nice bit of siege tanks fire here. Trying to think it out. Think it through. Do we have another game between these guys? I'll have to double check later on, actually. Ghost Academy already coming in. Interesting, interesting. I like it, actually, against like a heavy gateway style. Against the Archons as well. That is a very solid thing. We have 3 Archons here. Good amount of Zealots. EMPs are going to be tremendous if they do manage to hit that targets. Going to be very powerful here. Is that it? Colossus in a War Prism. That is 1 HP. Huh. Alright. Don't see that every day. It's just rotating around in the main base. That's pretty cool, actually, right? It's ready for any type of drop interception. If there is a drop coming in, he's going to be able to have that Colossi, whether he needs him over here, maybe even in the natural, I don't even know. But yeah, it's going to be able to transport this one Colossus very quickly. Pretty cool to see. Alright, Dream realizing that he is not going to be able to push out as much, which is causing ZEST to further move away with the economic game here. Get even more of a lead. Some infrastructure being set up defensively. ZEST coming in from multiple angles here on the right side. He's going to definitely get choked off quite a bit, but on the on the right side he is. On the left side, actually, the same thing is kind of happening right there. This attack from ZEST, is it again ZEST being a bit too eager to just finish off the game here? I think it is. And he loses most of everything, and now there's going to be a massive counter-attack right now. Oh man, why does this always happen to ZEST? Why does he always do this? He's just like, alright, I'm in a wonderful position. I can take this game wherever I want to. And then this happens. It's like, oh, alright, yep, okay, this is ZEST as well, isn't it? Okay, another attack is coming in. That Warpism a bit too far forward is going to get taken out. Counter-attack comes in relatively quickly as well. Army supply for Dream here at the 70 mark. Army supply for ZEST, 27. So he's going to have a rough time defending here. The Dark Shrine is going to get targeted down. A nice scan will be able to get rid of the DT, at least over there. The Vikings on this side, though, they are slowly getting whittled down. Does Dream know about the 4th base? I don't think he does. It was a relatively quick 4th base as well, especially with another attack like that coming in as well. Yeah, ZEST, I think he, again, overextended quite a bit here. And now, as we can see, the score is just equalizing out quite nicely for Dream. Although Dream did lose his 3rd base. If ZEST holds off right here, right now, that should still be enough for him to get this going. And that's exactly what is happening. So, well done, well done. Worker supply, though, look at that. Very, very equal right now. Dream not going to leave just quite yet. He doesn't know about that 4th base. The worker count for Dream. This is also a very important thing to note. Sure, it's looking pretty healthy, but he doesn't have anywhere to mine from. He does not have anywhere to mine from. 21 out of 12 SCVs right over here. Full oversaturation in the main base. Oversaturated also. The 3rd base, well, there's no mining going on there anymore. Dream, he needs to end it quickly. He needs to end it now. May even want to consider moving his main base towards that 3rd so he can get a bit more mining going on. Oh, nice Liberator harassment here. This is what Dream needs right now. He needs to keep that type of stuff going. Main base is flying over. As the Stalkers arrive on the left side. Coming forwards. SCVs towards the high ground. Big blink forwards. Immediately trying to get on top of all of this right here. There's a couple of ghosts. EMPs can be relatively large, but will it be large enough? The SCV's going to have a horrendous fight right now here, of course. Not the greatest, at least. The wall is definitely helping out. At the same time, Dream is managing to take out more bases off of ZEST as well. Across the field, these ghosts, they do alright against the shields with the EMP, but there's nothing there anymore other than SCVs to try and take on the Stalkers afterwards. Oh, I am in love with the way that ZEST is utilizing these blinks here, blinking in between the barracks, trying to negate any type of surround that those SCVs may be able to achieve here. Okay, the buildings have started to float away right now. There are some probes over here as well on the other side. Liberators and a good amount of units still on the other side here, trying to get rid of all the Nexi. Probes come in. There's not a lot of dead space to hide your buildings on this map, so looks like they are being forced to just move across here. This command center, not as important anymore. Would like to see it survive, of course, but it's not going to. It's definitely not going to. Alright, where are these probes going to take another base? He has 400 minerals. He kept 400 minerals around, so we will be able to make another nexus here momentarily. Maybe trying to hide the fact that he can make another nexus until the last moment. Getting rid of these buildings here as well. Alright, ZEST. ZEST needs to start building something here momentarily. I mean, he doesn't have that much anymore. Barracks floating around. There's still a pylon over here as well, which was neglected to be killed by those couple of Marines. Makes sense that Dream needs to keep everything together as one single Marine trying to take out those buildings here. The bare minimum. It's going to take quite a while to kill everything there, though. ZEST. ZEST is being revealed also. There is the Nexus. Interesting place. About 200 minerals there in total. It's going to pay for half another Nexus. Oh, this could be big. This is a pretty nice engagement right here. A couple of Stalkers getting into trouble. ZEST needs to still play this carefully. Still a position that he can lose from. His army is not that fantastic. He has a good amount of army supply, but most of it is Stalkers, and they don't trade well against those Marauders of Dream right now. What else do we have? We have 6 Zealots also. They are together with the Sentries and the Probes. The Barracks trying to figure out where this Nexus is. It's not going to be able to see it just yet in the main base. Okay, ZEST is going to take the top high ground here, which is a lovely position for him with those Sentries. Although, you know what? It's not like Dream has to go up here, right? He doesn't have to because there's literally almost no mining going on here. There's nothing to be gained for ZEST in this base. And Dream knows this. He should know this. So there's no pressure for him to try and get in here. But he's still trying to. You know what? The Bio do manage to get up on top of the ramp. But they need to be super careful with those force fields close by. Here we go. There's the fight. The Liberators, they are dealing all right with the Stalkers. But now they are gone. And a lot of the Bio not being able to be utilized at all so far. There's another force field. Kind of whiffing there. Not gonna lie. This is a very, very close one. Probes are gonna have to be pulled as well. They need to buy more time. But it looks like there's just too much Marauder firepower. And that is going to be it. That was such an incredible clutch one. ZEST not going to be able to get it, though. Oh, man, that is a bummer. I wonder what else he was doing instead of going for those force fields there. Felt like those force fields would have been able to safeguard him there. I can't believe that Dream took this, what Tech9 says in chat. And honestly, I completely agree. It felt like ZEST should have that one, right? He had money to make another Nexus. I'm not quite sure why he took that Nexus overall. But, yeah. Jeez, man. Those force fields, they were just not there either, were they? Dream's army was better. I mean, yeah, it was really good against those Stalkers, but, you know, I still feel like with good proper force fields, a little bit earlier, not allowing Dream to get out on the ramp as much as he did. You know, you're going to be able to snipe out a Liberator, start regaining some shields here and there, gain up some more energy on those sentries again. Should be good. Should be good. But it wasn't. It really wasn't. And that base has to get no minerals, yeah? I mean, yeah. In a way, it would have been better if instead of a Nexus, he just built a pylon and, like, shield batteries, right? Oh, well. I'm not sure if he still could, though, because a lot of his infrastructure was gone and taken out at that moment, though. But I guess if he didn't build a Nexus, we could have had a tight situation right there, where ZEST was unwilling to give up that location on the high ground. Dream would have been able to kind of contain ZEST and not allow him to leave. That could have been a tied up game. But instead, we saw Dream being able to get on top of that high ground, being able to get a very nice concave going with his units versus ZEST, and ZEST not quite being able to snipe down all of the units one by one. Alright, regardless, we move forwards into game number 2. In the bottom left side, we got ourselves a red Terran player fighting for the Brave Star Gamers. He is Dream. His opponent... wait, hold up, I gave it to... I gave it to ZEST there. Still in my mind, he won. In the top right side, there is a blue Protoss player fighting For the Razor Edge gamers, he is ZEST. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Hard to make the right decisions in real time, though. That is definitely true. That is definitely true. Well then. We're seeing a bit of a max Baxter here. Interesting. Interesting. ZEST, you know what? The previous series as well, he managed to get things going. Who's the winner between ZEST and Cure? I mean, since ZEST is playing and Cure is not here, yeah. The way this works, ZEST managed to move onwards into the next... Oh, he's gonna get a SCV! Oh no, he doesn't! Oh no, he didn't! loses the probe instead. Okay, okay. Can be a bit bothersome. There should be a Zealot being chrono boosted out here. There we go. Against the Reaper, Zealot won't do much, of course, but that Reaper is gonna just zoom across the fields. You never really expect any type of Zealot to suddenly really pop up here. It's not the standard way of playing this. Oh, he's gonna save up 2 of them. Ooh, ooh. Very cool. It's gonna be a while until that wall is completed as well. Guess he was just waiting for the Reaper to leave home, which is right about now. Well timed out, that Reaper immediately turning around here, being like, oh dear, I've did it now, didn't I? Need to get my stuff back together, get back into the base here. An emergency call was made. ZEST, what is his plan with these Zealots now? I guess, you know, he's just moving backwards. Oh, there we go. That's the Stalker reinforcements. That's gonna up the quality of micro available here for ZEST by quite a bit. Only got 3 SCVs so far. Would like to get a bit more. This is a very difficult map to do this on, right? Oxide, with that ramp area here, it's very difficult for the Stalkers to really get their micro going. And yeah, that's a perfect placed bunker right there as well. Yeah, yeah, just really difficult to make anything work there for full ZEST. And ZEST, huh, he moves back home. He got in total 3 workers. Let's take a look. Lost 2 Zealots. Killed off a Marine as well though, but yeah, lost a probe too. Not sure if that was worth it. I guess it delayed the command center a little bit, which is the biggest takeaway, perhaps. Let's see how Dream manages to respond to this type of thing. I was going to move on from this location. 2 gateways and a robo coming down now. That's where ZEST wants to take this, together with the blink upgrade. Could be going for a bit more blink aggression. It's funny how I started off by saying ZEST likes the late game here, and I genuinely did feel like he evolved more so into a late game player recently, but not quite the case, is it? Not quite what is going on here. Okay, there we go. Nice drop. There's a Widowmine involved as well. Hellion may be able to get a good bit of AoE damage going on. The Widowmine in the main base does not get spotted just quite yet. That it could be quite a couple of probes. And that definitely is. 4 more probes go down there. 4 on the other side. Dream strikes back with a vengeance. See, trading out very nicely in that situation. Did the Reaper ever see the proxy gateway? Yes, he did. He's just neglecting it for a while now. Doesn't want to jump right on top of it seems. 3rd Nexus on the way. Blink about to finish up together with that War Prism. Should be able to see ZEST get a bit more aggressive across the field right now because of this. Medevac on the right side, not going to find much fortune here either, unfortunately. Oh, well, actually, you know what? That Stalker, not being enough on its own, does get picked off. Ooh, nice burrow and burrow micro here. Another one. Can do it one more time. Okay, needs to kill the probe right now. Yeah, there we go. All good. All good. War Prism manages to escape certain death with that Raven nearby. Couple of Marinas as well. I guess they don't have Stimpack just quite yet, so it's very difficult for them to actually get underneath a War Prism. Should have been okay. Should have been okay. Charge upgrade on the way. 3 gateways added in as well. More potential for ZEST to get aggressive once again with those gateway forces. Only 26 army supply available for him, but looks like he is still managing to find some alright trades here. You know what, with Blink Stalkers in these types of situations against Bio, you can try to just pick away at them a little bit, right? Especially before they have Stimpack. Which still only halfway done, by the way. He's gonna have infantry, weapons level 1 before he has Stimpack. That is not a very common thing to have happen. Infantry. The infantry. They are infants. Alright, well. Okay. GG. GG is called. ZEST just taps out just like that. He lost a lot of Stalkers apparently at the front door. Wasn't feeling it anymore. Fair enough. Fair enough. 2 games in a row, going into favorable Dream right there. Of course, that early bit of aggression really kind of getting flattened, and then the aggression from Dream being able to squeeze out so much damage that felt like an unplayable position there for ZEST, I suppose. It's just gonna tap out, and we'll move on forwards into game number 3, coming up momentarily, shortly. In a little bit. In a couple of seconds. After we are done talking about it coming up. It will be coming up. Oh, man. Alright, go being called by Dream. See if ZEST is ready as well. Yep, eager to go. Alright. Death Aura. Death Aura. Was this a map chosen by ZEST? I think it was. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Death Aura picked by, well, actually? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's map number 3. This is ZEST. This is ZEST. Alright. By the way, guys, remember there's a Matcherino involved with this as well. If you want to add on over to that Matcherino, help us out with the codes. That would be greatly appreciated. Helps out these players get a bit of extra bang for their plays. And, you know, support StarCraft 2 overall. Helps these sponsors that are investing in StarCraft 2 to realize, you know what? StarCraft 2 does have a good atmosphere around it. Does have definitely a good group of people watching that are willing to help out the scene and willing to... you know what? Support that game. Alright. Anyway, the link to Matcherino right now in the chat. Thank you, Sushi. We'll join into game number 3 here. Oh, hold up. There we are. Scoreboard has been updated. There it is. 2 points for this fella right here. In the red. He is a Terran. He's from Brave Star Gaming. He is a Dream. Was not anticipating him to get so quickly ahead in this matchup. Especially considering how well ZEST just proven himself against Cure of all people. Somebody that I like to go hammer on about how incredibly strong he is recently. But you know what? Here is ZEST being able to 3-0 him. And now on the verge of getting 3-0'd by a completely different Terran player that... Overall, when you consider it, right, probably not on the same level as Cure. If you look at results in tournaments and such like that. Not really the same caliber of player. But anyway, regardless, introducing from the Razor Edge gamers, he is the Blue Protoss, he is ZEST. This microing is continuing onwards here. The SCV, last little bit of drill bits right there. To get cleaned up. The engineering bay block, not gonna do too much for too long. ZEST not looking forward to getting his Nexus blocked for all too much longer. Stream sends that Reaper across. Will be getting himself a factory after the command center. Like our Dream this time around, going for a bit of an easier thing to wall off right now. They're scouting around heavily as well. Probably did see the previous game also with ZEST versus Cure, right? That time around, ZEST was doing a proxy Stargate. Did get scouted by Cure, but it didn't really help him in the end. A big cluster of units just kind of walked down his front door, and he kind of lost everything. So, well, it's a smart thing for Dream to try and scout around, try and figure out if he can spot anything of the sorts going to happen to him as well here. So far, not going to be the case. We'll have a little bit of time before he gets into the base of ZEST here. Definitely does require a bit of scouting information. ZEST didn't block off his Stalker this time around either. There we go. Sees the Stargate. Sees that there is a Oracle inside of there. And comes into the natural actually with this Hellion. Alright, should be able to get 2 probes at a minimum. Well, yeah, it's not going to get any more. Still though, that's pretty good. Pretty darn good. Gets the scout, gets the 2 probes. I guess he didn't do a lot of damage, right? Always good to get more damage dealt, but being able to see absolutely everything that is going on. I guess he didn't need to lose the units afterwards, right? I guess that's not really good, actually. Kind of went a bit on autopilot, just kind of calling it good, when it really wasn't. I'm just used to calling it good whenever Hellions get into mineral lines, like, alright, well, there we go, that's a lot of damage. Well done, job well done, but not this time around. Since there was only one. Alright. Oracle being used as a scouting tool rather than a offensive tool. Very smart play there for ZEST. He knows that he got spotted. He knows that it's most likely already going to be well prepared for. Which it kind of is, isn't it? We got 2 Wither Mines. Let's see where they are. Most likely waiting for a Oracle to arrive. There we go in the natural base. And we have one over here in front of the main base. And then the main base flank area over here in the sky. Covered by a bunch of Marines and a Viking. So Oracle really will not be able to do all too much. That is a hallucinated Oracle coming in here. It's also very cool to see, of course, sometimes causing a bit of an overreaction here from one of these players. It is just a scout, of course, but causing Dream to do a couple of things which in which time he could have started doing other things, right? Macro up a bit more, get everything across the board, or perhaps get some scouting done, things like this. It's just a couple of seconds, but StarCraft 2, I sound like a broken record, but you know what? It is about little things. It continuously is about little things, and you have to respect that overall. Even more so on the highest tier levels, right? When you see these, you know, when you're playing yourself on your own league, most likely not gonna come down that much, right? To the little things. That's mostly just here for these the highest tier players, where those little things can make or break the game. But yeah, It's just cool. It's just cool to see stuff like that being influential. Anyway, 4th base being created here by ZEST as the 3rd base did get taken by For Dream. And where is ZEST taking this? More gateways once again coming down this time around. Goes for the Storm upgrade. Interesting, because we have been seeing Dream going for a lot of Ghosts in his army compositions here consistently, even versus the Zerg, right? So, curious thing is happening right now. We'll be looking forward to see what those storms will be able to achieve here, if they actually will be able to get a good amount of damage dealt. We'll have a War Prism also available, of course, for the High Templar to relax into. It's like a cruise ship for the High Templar. And he will get Storm before this attack actually arrives. Now, sometimes I get a bit overhyped for Psionic Storm being landed onto these types of army compositions. There's just not a lot of units here, right? So, I mean, most likely they won't clump up too much. And sometimes Storms can be a little bit underwhelming in these types of scenarios. Is that going to be the case here? I'm not entirely sure. It could be the case. But yeah, ZEST will have to be careful here, of course. So does Dream. I mean, good Storm can still make or break the fight here. Okay. Backing off for now. Not looking for too much trouble. Good Revelation will be able to keep track on the army movements here. Ghost Academy is on the way. It's coming up shortly. No storms just quite yet. Those Widow Mines actually rather nicely placed. We'll get a good damage on the Zealots here. The storms actually consistently managing to land quite effectively on the bio end. You know what? A couple of times I may have overappreciated the storms. This time around, maybe the opposite thing right there. They were absolutely killer. Dream not able to get out of them in time, and they absolutely tore his bio units to shreds. And now we are in a position where ZEST suddenly has a almost double army supply here. 82 versus 52 as I'm talking. Of course, it jumps up quite remarkably much by for Dream. A lot of his supply though still, of course, inside of the production facilities. Alright, here we go. Single siege tank immediately does get taken out. A couple of SCVs being pulled in, but the Storm is still here, available. There it is, double Storm, just like that. ZEST will take the game. GG is called. No Ghosts ever gonna make it on the fields here, and that is a well-played game by ZEST. Takes his first victory in this best of 7. I don't know why I put it on a best of 3. My bad. I don't know if anybody noticed even. It is the best of 7. Oh man. I feel low energy today for some reason, guys. I'm a little bit sorry for this. I don't know what it is, but yeah, we'll just keep it going, all right? We will just keep it going. I'm gonna try to get everything as hyped up as possible. Keep you guys as well informed as I can. Probably weed. It's not even weed. No, it really isn't. But yeah. Or maybe it is. Who knows? Who knows? It's just in the atmosphere here in the Netherlands, of course, and 24/7. Just walking around will get you absolutely blasted here. Alright, anyway. Game number 4 coming up, guys. It will be on Submarine. Not often is it that I see the High Templar Storms actually do that much, but ZEST definitely making it work that time around. Okay, his lead is in a bit of a predicament here. It's only 1 point right now instead of the 2 previous points that he had in the lead previously. Sending an SCV across. Will it be a barracks? Will it be a engineering bay? We'll have to wait and see. In the top left side, there's a red Terran player fighting for the Brave Star Gamers. He is Dream. In the bottom right side, there's a blue Protoss fighting for Raise Your Edge Gamers. He is ZEST. Alright. Alright, it is going to be a barracks in the potential third base for ZEST here. Looking for a proxy Reaper, I would say. Actually, there's 2 gases being taken right now. It could also be something entirely else. ZEST, though. ZEST is already smelling it. Oh, okay, yeah, just barely gets the scout right there. That was a very, very clutch movement from those probes. That's the Reaper. Okay, we'll just be the Reaper factory at home, I would imagine. Especially after getting scouted right there, right? You will not double down on this, I would imagine. SCV trying to sneak by. Suddenly a probe there, just waiting. Just chilling, trying to block off that Reaper wall. The Reaper jump area. Don't think he's going to get there in time though, right? We'll not be able to put another building down here before the Reaper comes in. Actually, does this already block off the Reaper? Does this on its own? Oh my god, it does, doesn't it? Can you block this with a single pylon? My dear god. Looks like you can. Wow. Okay, the more you know. Okay, 2 probes. That's quite a couple of probes, actually. Especially if the Reaper manages to stay alive here. Trying his best to get more probes killed off here. He made a second Reaper as well. Gonna try to make a bunker. Now, this is the thing what you do. The Stalker is forced backwards to deal with the Reaper as the SCV is making the bunker, right? So it's picking one of the 2 worst lesser evils here. So either you let the bunker finish or you... Actually, it's cancelled right now. Alright, that's interesting. Cancellation of that bunker is giving ZEST maybe a bit of a sense of false security. He's moving away with the Stalkers right now. Okay, Reaper's getting more kills at the moment. One more probe. There, it does go down. 7 worker kills right there being achieved by Dream. Not too bad. Of course, his own natural base is very much delayed here because of this. Need to see maybe perhaps a couple of Coronas coming out to replenish those workers, but yeah, I don't think it is the worst case scenario here for ZEST. Still a playable place. Double command center comes down here for Dream, as he is doing a bit of harassment with this high in here. Trying to get one more shot off, doesn't quite manage to get it. At home he's a bit strapped for units. Only 3 army supply. What kind of army supply does he have? Well, it's in the production facility. That's all. Oh, there's 1 siege tank right now. Careful. Doesn't want to put that siege tank too far forwards. That could be a game-ending mistake here, of course. I like this. I like this move from ZEST. He's making a Phoenix. Now, this Phoenix should be able to just lift up a single siege tank here, of course, and allow those Stalkers some free range in this theater of Terran. There we go, mining off in that natural base. 2 siege tanks right on top of each other. Or 2, did I say Phoenix or siege tanks? I'm not even sure anymore. Alright. Well, Banshee is coming out. Maybe cancel it because there is just a Phoenix right there on top of it. Bit awkward. It's just the most useless Banshee I've ever seen, actually. That was, that was something else. Dream not quite sure what he was supposed to do in that situation anymore. Ooh, fresh mules getting picked up. Is he going to get the other one as well? He should be able to. There's only 2 Marines here. You may as well, ZEST. You may as well. playing it safe. Playing it safe, that's a cool thing too. You know? Not gonna harp too much on my boy ZEST here after getting a good fresh mule kill, getting a free Banshee as well. No, coming in again. Oh, there we go. That comes back for the mule. That's the freshest of fresh mules you can get. Maybe even a little bit too fresh, right? You always want to wait until they get a little bit more sweet of a kill when they have that big stack of minerals inside of their hands. Who knows? Maybe it's going to become a useful thing in the later game. If this base is starting to mine out, that's always a bit of extra money that Dream could have had, but ZEST did manage to take away from him. Alright, 5 Phoenix. He's still making more and more Phoenix. Now, after a while, you need to consider stop making Phoenix there, because, well, Marines, they will get Stimpack, they will get quite numerous, and they will just move across the fields and absolutely destroy your almost pure Phoenix army. Which, well, we got 3 Stalkers as well. Sure, ZEST is going to be able to find out as soon as Dream tries to make a move here across the fields, but will that be in time then? Submarine, a very small map, famous for being a small map. It's gonna be very, very quick inside of his domain on the bottom right side here. Third base flying over. Is Dream actually gonna try to move out here with these 2 extra medevacts? I don't think it would be too bad of a call. Although we have been seeing the 2 base timing attacks lessen quite a bit here for a lot of Terran players. Yeah, he's just going to set up shop here for his 3rd base. Does not want to move out for now. ZEST going up to 8 Phoenix at the moment. Oh, gonna find those medevacts as well. That is... You know what? He is definitely finding whatever he can with these Phoenix. He's getting +1 air weapons also. Very, very cool to see. Not just going to help him out with these Phoenix, but if he ever wants to switch over to carriers or anything of that sort, they're going to be so incredibly strong. Still coming in here. These Phoenix, man, they have been an absolute thorn in the side of Dream. Being battered up, beaten, and tortured by these Phoenix continuously. Look at the resources lost tab right now. 12 workers, a medevac, a Banshee, and that is... well, that's a lot of damage overall. Not to mention those mules, of course, as well. That were like 3 mules being picked up. That's a lot of minerals that you're running, that you're not gaining now as a Terran player, right? Gonna lose these 2 Vikings as well, of course, because why not? It's gonna lose all the Marines, it looks like. Alright, except for 2. Loses 1 of the Phoenix, finally. But still on a 9 Phoenix count. Went up to 10 Phoenix right now. Where's the Dragon Phoenix gamer when you need him, eh? It's a lot of zealots right here. How many zealots? 20 zealots coming in total. Surprised that the Archons are staying around in the backside. I guess this is going to be a difficult overall area to try and breach with the charge slots and the Archons. Especially with the Widow Mines, the siege tanks, even some Ghost already out and available as well. Definitely not going to be an easy task to manage. 4th base for ZEST has started mining here though as well, of course. Don't forget about that. He is kind of getting away with getting a lot of money. Being a greedy little Protoss boy. This Dream is just trying to stay in this game right now, it feels like. Not going for any type of timing attack. Just staying home. Trying to keep everything alive, not take any more damage. Stim the bleeding, get up to a high army count, and then, only then, maybe move out. That's exactly what's going on right now. He's got the Ghost, he's got the Widow Mines, he's got a good amount of siege tanks here. It all does get spotted, of course. ZEST in the know about this immediately. Still 9 Phoenix on the field as well, right? ZEST already not the biggest of army counts, and especially considering 9 Phoenix actually. That's even less of an army available here for ZEST. Now, is it going to matter? Disruptors are on the field. They are going to get targeted down. Not a single shot fired from those disruptors. There's 2 more disruptors coming in, and they do manage to get a couple of units, but it's just not enough. Zealots, where are you? You are across the field here trying to do damage as well at the same time, but is that a smart play here from our Protoss player? He is getting quite pummeled back at home. These Zealots are going to run into a brick wall here on the top side of that main door ramp. The Disruptors, they are in charge right now. He went up to triple robo. And he didn't get even, well, not even a, really one significant type of Disruptor shot off. But, well, I guess this is still going to be enough of the Zealots right here to clean this up right now. Good thing those Phoenix did get picked off also. Otherwise, these medevacs would have all been picked out of the sky as they're trying to fly away here. Another EMP doesn't quite manage to hit the Archon. Another attack from Dream comes in though on the left side. A new lump of units ready to go to war here. Go to town on the probe line. A lot of probes are going down very, very quickly here. Good positioning on these units as well. We'll be able to be picked up into the the main base. There we go. And it leaves a couple behind, but still very much worth it. More units still available on that 4th base here for ZEST. Going unresponded right now. There's some feedbacks on top of those medevacs, so not gonna have a lot of healing going on anymore. But 3 Archons, that's a ton of gas being wasted right here. As ZEST lost most of his economy, only 22 workers remaining. It looks like Dream is once again gonna claim the 2-point lead. Put himself on match point. Stretch it. Stretch it this way. Stretch it this way. Stretch it this way. Oh, and stretch it this way. Oh, okay. Alright. I just feel locked up for some reason, yeah? Well, not locked up as in like in a jail cell or something like that. Just like my joints. My joints feel locked up. I don't know. Weird stuff. Weird stuff. Hope I'm not coming down with anything. You know? Alright, anyway. I think we should be good. I think we should be good. Breathing okay? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Nose okay? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Lungs feel okay? Yeah, pretty darn good. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good. Probably just not enough sleep again. Always. Always. It's probably also because, like, my sleep schedule overall pretty darn messed up. It's not really, anybody's or any type of thing's fault except for my own. Because, you know, I have to wake up early in the morning for my job, and then on days off I tend to just sleep in like crazy. And because of that, I then, you know, also go to sleep very late. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's just old age kicking in. That's probably it, right? It's just a little bit of old age coming into play. It was on the production tab for a while now, and who knows? Who knows? Anyway, in the top right side, we got ourselves a red Terran player fighting for the brave and the stars and the gamers. He is a Dream. Let me do the scoreboards real quickly as well. On the scoreboards, you can do everything you work for. What? How does that song go again? Na 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 na. Next score. Oh, right. Yeah, you don't want to look at the score. I don't know. Anyway, in the bottom left side, we got ourselves a blue Protoss. He's fighting for the Razor Your Edge. Wait, hold up. Raise Your Edge Gamers. He is ZEST. Some things that I just try sometimes, you know, with words, and apparently I keep trying this with Racial Edge gamers as well. It's not a good way to introduce them, guys. It's not. I almost made the same mistake again. The same with the dragons, the phoenixes, and the gamers, right? Trying to do a colossi type of thing with the word phoenix, but then, well, sounding a bit peculiar. So anyway, what are we seeing here from these two players? So far, we have another non-eBay block coming out of Dream. He's just going his regular old way across the map here and building whatever he likes, whatever he fancies, getting himself a quick command center on that low ground. Gonna follow that up with a factory in the bottom right side. ZEST being a little bit of a cheeky fella. Haven't seen a Stargate play just quite yet. Proc Siege from ZEST in this match. Well, not this. Well, yeah, I guess this match as well, but not in this series. So. A little bit overdue. Should be coming up momentarily, unless if this is like DTs. That could still be the case as well, but if it is DTs, you may as well put it over here, you know, if that is where you want to hide it. So, yeah, it makes sense to have a Stargate there. Reaper, where is the response to the Reaper? The Stalker not quite available just yet. May lose a probe because of this. Reaper does not decide to commit to it, tries to get away with his life instead. Is going to be able to do so. Ooh, just barely. That's a quick decision making right there for Dream. Guess he saw that there's no second pylon here, right? He got a pretty good scout of... Well, I guess he didn't see much of anything, actually. Yeah, he didn't see anything. Alright, well, he is still going to be able to see this Stargate coming in here. Immediately moves away, tries to keep ZEST in the dark about him knowing about this stuff. Gonna be able to start preparing for this, making a Widow Mine. Where are the other... That's just a single Widow Mine. Alright. Fair enough. I'm used to being two Widow Mines when stuff like this is happening. Do it. Do it. Regardless of the scoreboard, you can do everything you work for. That's how it goes, I think. That's the lyrics. Regardless of the scoreboard, you can do everything you work for. There we go. We got it back again. What a guy. What a happy little footballer that was, hey? Great memes. Great memes. Alright, anyway. Oracle here. Finding 2 SCVs so far. You know what? More than a scouted Oracle should be getting. Dream. Oh, does manage to keep the Widow Miner alive. Even though it was heavily being targeted there by the Oracle. What's over here? It's an armory. Interesting. And what else is happening? We're seeing more Widow Mines being created. Oh, alright, alright. Curious. Now, with Blink already in production, and with a Stargate here as well, right? We already have that Oracle available. Where is the Oracle right now? It's already moving backwards. It doesn't have a lot of energy, but for Revelation, you don't need that much energy anymore, right? Oracle did get changed relatively recently to have a bit more of a quicker... quicker revelation, right? That goes away quicker, but at the same time, it's better now in these types of situations, right? The Widow Mines. So I think that is overall a good thing because Widow Mines, they can be quite pesky, can't they? Right, there we go. It's a 1, that's a 2, and there is a number 3. No number 3, just quite. Oh, there he is. Oh man, I love that type of stuff, dude. Just kind of waiting for the probes to get tired and ZEST being like, alright, I think that's it. I think that's all. Let me just move them backwards and then dropping the Widow Mine. Hoping that ZEST will not be watching that medevac anymore. Anticipating it only being a 2 Widow Mine drop. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff there. Because, like, this is one of the stronger things that you kind of overlook sometimes with these medevac drops, right? If you mix up the amount of widow mines you continuously put into those medevacs, people are going to anticipate 2 widow mines, then suddenly it's 4, and then again it's 2. You know, it becomes very difficult for them to really anticipate exactly what type of moves they need to make in order to keep themselves secure. That being said, guys, we may have ourselves a little bit of a mix-up here with ZEST, his stalkers being quite numerous. There's no siege tanks to help out in this situation. There's a reasonable bit of bio, but there's no stim pack just quite available. 2 Marauders immediately gonna get picked off. These stalkers will get a ton of damage dealt. The widow mines moving back across the fields right now. No, going back around the other way again. 7 workers just like that do get picked off. Let's see what these... okay, that's an empty medevac, actually. Thought that was also filled with the widow mines, but instead we just have the widow mines over here. Widow mines need to get themselves in the ground. Oh my god, ZEST! Well then. Well, that was a bit of a blunder, wasn't it? Looks like he stopped trying to micro them after that one as well. He's like, alright, it's better not to micro them, actually. 19 probes. 19 probes. Just when things are looking upwards for Mr. ZEST, things take a dive into the deep end. Oh, and he loses the Oracle as well. Hey, okay. Well, that's going to be a party in Dreamtown tonight, right now. I can tell you that. The big yikers. Yeah, that was massive. 25 workers killed off right now. Alright, well, he has a cannon in every mineral line, so I mean the fact that they're hidden doesn't really matter too much anymore. But still, getting that many workers that way, that is oof, that's gonna be hard to recover from financially. I don't think he will ever recover financially from this one. Such a blow. Okay, does the recall. Did manage to see that there's quite a good amount of bio coming in. A good amount of sentries as well, though. Ready to meet them. Force fields with the stocks and the zealots there seemingly to be enough to force Dream to reconsider going in there. Awkward moments with those bio units trying to get more harassment going on some other place. Ultimately being met with a couple of zealots there. More zealots coming in. What is ZEST going for technology-wise? Like, he does have a Robo, yes, the Twilight, but he doesn't have a Robo Bay, nor does he have a High Templar Archives. Okay, he's just going straight into DTs here. That is interesting as well. Not a lot of AoE damage that does come from DTs, but, I mean, there is a famous saying, right? When behind, go Dark Shrine. I feel like you still need the regular stuff as well, though, overall. But, well, this is a good start. This is doing something, but, I mean, it would be even better if his main base wasn't in so much trouble. That Nexus could get targeted down rather quickly. The third base does burn up as well. Quite a couple of SCVs did pay with their lives for that one. A reasonable amount of force here available for Dreaming with the ramp area. Manages to hold on for now. The main base Nexus gets cleaned up as well. The pylons with production capabilities are being targeted now rapidly. Trying to get rid of those as quickly as possible. The wall is being opened up here so that the zealots will gain entrance into the situation here. There was a bit of an awkward Widowmine connection there after the scan. Finding that that observer though. So those Widowmines here gonna be a hard thing to deal with. More SCVs are gonna go down, but it looks like another Nexus is gonna fall as well. GG is called. That's it. ZEST loses game number 5. Gives Dream the 4-1